Good morning, students. We will start our third chapter, Delhi Sultanate, Delhi Sultans. And in the second chapter, we saw that the region like Kaveri Delta became a center of large kingdom, that there was no mention in a kingdom with Delhi. That was uh, that was because Delhi became a important city only in 12th century. So Delhi first became a capital of a kingdom under the Tomar Rajput, and who were the defeated in a middle of 12th century by the Chauhans and Chahamanas, you know that. And after of Ajmer, it was under the Tomars and Chauhans that Delhi became an important commercial center. And many rich Jain merchants live in cities and constructed several temples, coins, and called Delhi Wall had a wide circulation. And now Angapala of the Tomar dynasty first establishes his in his capital at Delhi. They were defeated by the Chauhans and or the Chahamanas in the 12th century, and who were from Ajmer under the Tomars and Chauhans. Delhi became an important commercial center. You know that most important cultural center uh, for the Hindus in northern India. And many merchants live in cities and constructed important temples. And the emerge of Delhi Sultanate for the first time marked to developed in the autonomous Muslim power in India. So, Delhi Sultans built many cities in an area that we know as a Delhi and Delhi Kunha and Shiri and Janpads. So, Delhi Sultanate are the Sultan Delhi basically refer to the Muslim rulers who they ruled India controlling the seat of Delhi and the period between 1206 and 1526 in India's history is known as Delhi Sultanate period. During this period, the over 300 years and five major dynasties ruled in Delhi. There were and Slave dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Sayyid dynasty, and the last Lodi dynasty. So, come to the our next point is slave dynasty. So, the Indian slave dynasty lasted from 1206 to 1290. The slave dynasty was the first Muslim dynasty to rule in India. It is said that Muhammad Ghori didn't have a legal heir to the throne and he had to habit of the treating the slaves like his own children. Thus, after the death of Gauri, one of the most able slaves named Qutbuddin Aibak. And Qutbuddin Aibak, able to slave name, and Aibak was descended the throne, and the history of slave dynasty began with the rule of Qutbuddin Aibak. He was he was succeeded by the two more able rulers, Iltutmish and the Ghiyasuddin Balwan. And Qutbuddin Aibak was the first ruler of Delhi Sultanate and also the founder of slave dynasty. He was the Turkis of the Aibak tribes and ruled over the Delhi from the year to 1206 to 1210. He was an able ruler, was a very kind and the genius with his people. Due to his good nature, he earned to a Lakbaksh and title. He earned the title of Lakbaksh. His means giver of thousand. And through his rule for the only 4 years, he was able to furnish of the stable law and administrative system in the country. Started many constructive projects and tried of best possible alternatives from a well-being of his subjects. Qutbuddin Aibak was a keen builder, and his short reason managed, and there are some finest architecturals and the monuments of the current day in India and Pakistan. two of which are Qutub Minar and the Kuwaitul Islam Mosque, and both in the Delhi. Aibak died in 1210 after the falling from a horse while playing polo. And next, slave dynasty in the ruler Qutbuddin reign was a short-lived due to an polo accident. So his son-in-law Iltutmish, Iltutmish is known as third and greatest ruler, and say he received a title of Sultan of the slave dynasty. During his reign, established a government, and he maintained and organized army and created a new form of currency, the token currency, and taka means coin, and there are silver and the copper also. And he is also well-being of the completing construction of Qutub Minar, a structure of the represent victory and celebrating of rise of Muslim ruler. Iltutmish was recognized by the chronicles and a poet and his rhymes as a very religious and the voice leader. So the death of after that Iltutmish was a ruler of Sultan Iltutmish's daughter Rajia Sultan became a Sultana of Delhi Sultanate. Minaz Shiraz, the chronicle of that time, recognized that she was better qualified than her brothers. So ruled the kingdom, but as per as the rules and norms of gender distinguished and the birthright, he was not comfortable with a female becoming a ruler. Even even the nobles were not happy. She was covered. She was overpowered by the influential nobility in 1240. After the death of Rajia, till the accession of Balban, many rulers came in thrones. And next is Ghiyasuddin Balban. Ghiyasuddin Balban became the most powerful ruler of the slave dynasty, and he was consolidated and the Delhi Sultanate. He also the checked Mongol attack from a northwest, and he introduced Persian customs like sajda and the pehabs. Now next is Alauddin Khilji. Now come to next dynasty, Khilji, Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji was a most powerful ruler of Khilji dynasty. Soon after coming to the power, he set about his goal of establishing an all India empire. So expansion of empire. Alauddin was conquered of Gujarat and Malwa, and this gave him control over the western seaports. Between 1301 and 1303, his campaign of the Rajasthan and the captured of the fort of Ranthambore and Chittor formed the Rajputs, and thereafter he sent the large army towards the south under his trusted General Malik Kafur, and Malik Kafur defeated his the Kshatriya and the Pandyas. The king was defeated, were all allowed to continue as a ruler, but they had to pay tributes and the Sultan and the acknowledge his the overlandship. Economic measures allowed in order the measurements and all land under the cultivation. It was divided into a different categories according to the fertility. That land tax was fixed accordingly. He kept strictly checked on the nobles and did not allow them to collect any additional taxes. He also introduced a market control policy. He lowered and the prices of all essential items like oil, clothes, etc. So the shop owner were asked to charges and the rate of fixed by the Sultan. whoever was caught the charges, and even a little extra cheating for the weight was punished severely. So reforms in army. He was able to maintain a large standing army. He paid his soldiers in cash, and he started branding horses to prevent of the substitutions of goods horses and by the inferior ones. Next come next come dynasty, and next dynasty is Tughlaq dynasty. And Muhammad bin Tughlaq was a very powerful ruler. And you know that Ibn Battuta gave a lot of information about his reign, and he gives references that the sultan that great ideas and plans that failed because the common people could not understand. Taxation in the verbs and is to increase the revenue collection of sultan, raise the land tax to the and his reign in 1327. Muhammad bin Tughlaq decided to shift the capital of empire from Delhi to Devgari, and which the renamed Daulatabad. Most historians believe that there was two reasons for it. Sultan felt that he would able to control, administer, and the empire better from Daulatabad, since it was located in the center of empire. The Mongol were, and second thing is the reason of second reason. So Mongol were a constant the threat to the Delhi, and Daulatabad would be safe from Mongol attack. Okay, and the new thing is your introduce of token currency. Muhammad bin Tughlaq introduced a token currency. There was a shortage of silver during this period, so the Sultan decided to mint coin of brass and copper for day-to-day use. Okay, next is Tughlaq. Tughlaq ruler is Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Firoz Shah Tughlaq was a Muhammad bin Tughlaq's cousins, and he ruled according to the Islamic law, and he granted land to the ulmas and became powerful, and he built many canals, tanks, wells, hospitals, and the rest house, and he founded the cities Jaunpur, you know that Jaunpur, Firozpur, and the Firozabad, Hisar Firoza. Okay, now next dynasty is the was the slave dynasty, and slave dynasty's first rulers is Khirz Khan Sayyid, and sorry, slave dynasty, no, Sayyid dynasty, and second last is Sayyid dynasty. Sayyid dynasty's first ruler is Khirz Khan Sayyid, and he was ruled on 1414 1421. And next is Mubarak Shah Sayyid, and one more is Muhammad Shah Sayyid. Okay, and last is Sayyid dynasty was there, Alauddin Alam Shah Sayyid. He was ruled on 1443 to 1451. And the last Lodhi dynasty. Lodhi dynasty's first ruler was Behlul Lodhi, and next is Sikandar Lodhi, and the last is Ibrahim Lodhi. Ibrahim Lodhi was ruled on 1570s and 1526. Okay, now this chapter is finished. So we will meet my next video. My next part is Delhi Sultanate. Okay, after the dynasty. Okay, goodbye.